Hey everyone, welcome to our first ever webinar. We are so excited to have you here today. My name's Gabs and we're joined by Ebony and Temily, beautiful mamas. And we are going to discuss today how you can become financially free in this world, empowered women's blueprint to success. So we're so excited to have you here. We've got lots of exciting news to share, and we're going to do a little step-by-step breakdown of how we have done that for our own lives. But if I can introduce now the beautiful Temily and Ebony.
Yay!
Hi. So my name's Gabs. I am living down in the beautiful southwest of Western Australia. I have a 2-year-old Bubs, and I also have a massage, yoga, and healing business, which I've operated here for about 10 years. I absolutely love it, and I love giving to people. But after having my Bubs, I was starting to feel burnt out, just wearing all the hats of cooking, cleaning, looking after him, running after my little tornado son, and then having to massage and give energy was just really starting to wear me down and feel the burnout. So I started looking into other options where I wasn't trading time for money, which means, I wasn't having to go to work for an hour and getting paid for an hour, but I could be paid passively. So took me on quite the journey, and I looked into loads and loads of things, and then I found this amazing business model, and in fact listened to one of these masterclasses, which can change the trajectory of your life. So I also loved the product, so I actually just wanted to buy the products for myself, and realizing that the business model that was included with it is something I had never seen before. The compensation plan is next level and very generous. So now I can just work around my son in the pockets of my time and create financial freedom. So it's very exciting. But I'm going to hand you over to the beautiful mama Temily.
Thank you. Hi everybody. So I'm Temily. I have recently relocated back to the southwest, and upon arriving, I jumped into running my own online affiliate business. And really how it all sort of came about was that I've been running a traditional business for 17 years now, dabbled a little bit in multi-level marketing about 8 to 10 years ago. But really just needed to create something different for my family and myself and our future. I'm a single mum of 2. I have my youngest full-time, and my eldest is way, way, way up north. So time has become a very, very important part of, I guess, our lifestyle, and just being able to be present with my kids. I guess as things have progressed over the years and my business has evolved, I've felt like I've become quite restricted. And as Gab said, exchanging time for money, and explored this option. Gab's actually introduced the business to me after I already knew a lot about the product, which we're going to talk a bit about today. And I just saw an amazing opportunity. And since I jumped on board only a few short months ago, it's given me everything that I desired. I'm home with my daughter every single day, and I'm able to be present with her, and just really seeing, understanding, believing and trusting that there's so much more available to me, not only as a mother, but as a woman who desires more and deserves more. Woo! So thank you. Without going into too much in depth, I'm going to pass you over to Ebony so that she can share a little bit about herself, and then we'll move right along. Thank you, Ebs.
Yay, thanks girls. I actually never get sick of hearing your stories, and I feel like every time there's something more to share. So yeah, thanks so much. My name's Ebony. I'm going to talk about my experience a little bit. I can definitely relate to where the girls have shared today, and there's a few other sort of key points for me. I had, at that time, my dream career on the super yachts, and that really fulfilled my love of travel and new experiences. So for me, I feel like I have had that feeling where I recognize what really lights me up, and that was it at the time. Moving forward, my partner and I had our little boy, Bodhi, who's now 3, and in that time I've had that time off to be a mama, which we all know is really demanding, and then coming out of that, started looking into what would give me that freedom lifestyle again. And for me, I started my mobile yoga massage beauty business thinking that this would be it. But what I didn't realize is that when you're taking on a business by yourself, you're actually wearing all the hats, and there's a lot of work behind the scenes that you're not getting paid for, and you're doing all of the things. So it's not just the treatments that you're doing, and that is my passion. I found a lot of the time I was working behind the scenes, either on my website. You're doing all of the accounts, which, yeah, isn't my strong point, but you had to take on a lot behind the scenes. And again, like Gab said, trading time for money. So, and even in my own business, a lot of it, like I said, I wasn't getting paid for. So this kind of made me get out on the search and see, because I felt there had to be more. Another layer for me on top of this was not so long ago turning 40 and just noticing that if we're healthy, which a lot of us, here today, we're interested in the wellness business, so we're interested in our health. We've only really lived half of our lives, if we're lucky. I know things change and things evolve and we don't know what's ahead, but that was a big realization for me, just knowing that, I've only lived half of my life, and I need to find that thing that lights me up again, not only for myself, but for my family, and for me to then go out and share that. So although it was really scary, taking that big leap, I actually started doing the research, and I saw my girlfriend Gabs, who I've known since about 2017 in our Blissology yoga training. I saw that she was, living this life, and she made a few posts, and I reached out to her, and this is how the journey began. So for me, there was a lot of objections to begin with. I took about a month to do some heavy research and just stayed in touch with Gabs, and then, came about joining the business and just noticing how much support there is on the other side, and just realizing how many people are actually doing this. So yeah, we will go into objections, but that's my story, and just feeling like, I know Tim actually spoke about it the other day, and I can definitely relate to this too, feeling that push of, I want to create this for me so that I can then go out and show that this is something we can do. This is something us mamas, us women can do. And because if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm sure you girls feel this way as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, that's me.
Thanks so much, Ebs.
Thank
So
you.
beautiful. So awesome to have you here. And yeah, it's just going to show that there's 3 of us women and mamas that have been searching for a new way to do things. I just feel like there's the old realm of doing things, which is working hard and burning out to the ground to earn a crust. And we're just here to say that there is a different way. There's a way where you can still be present with your kids. You can still go traveling. You can still have all the things and make money in your sleep. So yeah, super exciting. But we also have some really epic news. We have a giveaway today for any of those fast action takers. So for the first 10 people to sign up for the Trifecta or Quad, we're actually giving away a free retreat. So we have 2 locations that you can choose from for anyone that's over on the east side of Australia. We have the beautiful Mornington Peninsula, where we'll be holding a retreat in November, and we also have a retreat in southwest of Western Australia. So depending on where you are, you can choose between the 2 locations, and we will be releasing more information and the date for that into your inbox. But for anyone, the first 10 people. So yeah, get onto it. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time.
Beautiful. Okay. So we're handing over to me now.
Yes, sorry, over to you, Tam.
That's okay. So is the way you're currently creating an income going to pay you for the rest of your life, whether you're working or not? Or will the money stop coming in when you stop working? Something I also came to mind when I was reading over this morning is not only is this something to look at in projection in the future, but your current situation as well. When you think about when you need to take time off work, you know, different things come up, or taking annual leave. It's an interesting question to ask yourself whether you're actually in a position to continue earning money while you're doing the things that you enjoy, or putting your time and energy into your family or whatever might be happening at the time. So we'll move along to the next slide. So the main points we will be going over with you all today, the 4 main points are time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and health freedom. Okay, so what we're actually going to really dive deep into is, number 1, a high ticket offer. So how to find a high ticket offer that will impact people, the planet, and create profit. What we recommend includes a generational wealth strategy. The second thing we're going to go over is social media. So how you can actually turn your social media into a business by leveraging online platforms to create an income and an impact on your wider community. And then automate sales and systems. This is huge. If you're a mum and you're watching, this is like the magic key ingredient to this business, because basically all of the behind the scenes stuff is done. And I think for all of us, not only being mums, but also women that have all run traditional business for the last decade or so, it just takes away all of that extra work. So basically, we'll go over how sales are made through attraction marketing and how we leverage automation and sales systems with this business model. So what is the Freedom business model? So first step, you partner with a company that already exists, choosing a high ticket versus low ticket. So if you haven't heard of high ticket and low ticket before, we'll go into this a little bit deeper. Secondly, you share about their in-demand product on their behalf. And then basically it's really simple. You receive commissions when a sale is made through your referral. Okay. So we're gonna hand you over to Ebony now.
Okay, so let's talk about creating your own product versus affiliating with one. This is a big one for me as well, because I know I was working a lot online and selling products, so I can really feel into this. So on the left side, we can see that your own product, it's actually quite a high investment that you need, and usually upwards of multiple 6 figures. That can be over time. It might not be right up front, but it takes a lot of time to build a product that works and converts for you. And I've noticed this within my business. As it goes on to say, most businesses wait 3 to 5 years to make a profit. So if anyone that is a sole business owner out there, I'm sure this resonates with you.
100%.
Yeah. So often you're working alone unless you're able to invest in high mentorship costs. This is actually a really big thing I can feel into, because I know after coming off the super yachts, it's such a big community. And I noticed when I was taking on my own business, I really missed that interaction and community. And I know that a lot of it, being a mama, you've got a lot of that time where it's just you and Bub. So already you've sort of like, you know, taken out that community, and then moving into a business on my own, I did find it really isolating. So coming onto this platform and meeting people like Gabs and Tem, and just that huge community behind it all, is huge. And also in many other online businesses, you're likely to have to do everything and wear all the hats. So that's what I was talking about earlier in my intro. So moving along on to the right side, affiliate affiliating with one. So it's a really low investment. You don't hold stock, which was huge for me. I've got a whole cupboard where I have all of my beauty stock that I sell. So that's great. You don't have to actually hold any stock. The profit after just a few sales. So that comes in after just a few sales, you're already in profit. No staff expenses, ability to earn uncapped income is available for you and proven to already work and convert. So, you know, this has been going around and trainings have been happening for that long that they're tried and tested methods.
Mhm.
In order to get your time and money back, you must be willing to invest both time and money to do so. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. I feel like we can all relate to that as well on our journey. So why did we partner with Enagic? So the water is a product people want and need and are buying daily. So why not share the best water? The electrolyzed reduced water, rich in hydrogen and otherwise known as Kangen water, helps to nourish and restore the body to its optimum state. So you can create an eco-friendly, toxic-free sanctuary with over 60 uses to replace products in your home, increasing your ROI, return on investment, immediately. So this is a big thing for us, being mums, wanting to have less toxic products in our homes, and also just get that benefit of the hydrogen rich water, which are antioxidants, so fighting any free radicals. So we're not just drinking tap water with all the nasties in there, or we're not just, I've got a filter that used to take out all of this, but the water was just water. It wasn't giving me anything back. So this is something I've gone in to learn more about. The company being 49 years old, it's an award-winning Japanese water technology company, and it's had 17% growth in 2020. So for any business heads out there, this is a huge one. It's a sustainable, zero waste and non-consumable product that lasts over 20 years. So it reduces the single-use plastic and fights against the plastic pandemic. This is another big one for me. There's recent research released that Australians average about 15 billion bottles of water every year. So that's all going into our waterways. And just as we know, no plastic is ever broken down. So that still exists today. And it can be sold and shared using social media. So selling through attraction marketing or traditional marketing methods. So these are the products, just to give you a little bit more of an insight. So the K8 machine is actually the most popular machine. This is our water ionizer machine. It has 5 different pH levels, starting from 2.5 all the way up to 11.5. So there's lots of different uses for this. My favorite one is the drinking water that's supplied to you. And also I love that you can actually clean your fruit and veggies with this, so removing any pesticides. The next one that is available is the Anespa, and this is your in-home experience shower attachment. So I know that Gabs loves this one. I think she explained it to me before about how she feels like she's just soaking underneath a waterfall. So the charcoal ceramic filter actually removes any chlorine and bacteria. Moving along to the next one is the Yukon, and this is, a lot of us are familiar with turmeric, but this one is a chemical-free wild turmeric. So it's really powerful, high in antioxidants, antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. You can also go on to learn that there's a few different products involved in that. So you can go for a tea, the soap, or the capsules. I know mine is the capsules for me. So, okay, so we're moving along now. I'll pass you back over to Gab.
Thanks, Eb. So a little bit about the numbers. We have what's called from 1A to 6A. If you can imagine, 1A is like 1 part commission, then you got 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, etc. So I personally came in under the quad. So for me, I straight away got commissions back, and now I'm on to 4 figures a sale. So it's pretty mind-blowing, the numbers that you can get on your return. The products are incredible because they're what I wanted anyway, and you get a lot of benefits, a lot of health benefits out of them. But now that I'm selling into the 4 figures, it's really amazing. So depending on what you come in under will depend on your commissions, but this gives you a little bit of an idea of some of the numbers that you can make. So for the quad strategy, which is what I came in under, this gives the benefits of investing to build your business this way. So ideally how it works is, say you buy an Anespa, then you're actually selling yourself the K8 water machine. So you're already getting commissions off that K8. So it's pretty cool that straight off the bat, you're getting the $822 of immediate commission. So then you're buying the Ukon, which is the turmeric, and then the K8. So for that, you're getting commission straight off the bat. And then after 5 quad sales, you're looking at $18,840. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Then the next 6 quads, you're into over $50,000. And then another 7 takes you into the $100,000. So yeah, for me, I'm looking at having a $10,000 month, which is just crazy. That kind of money in massaging would be a lot of massages and a lot of yoga sessions. So it's been really refreshing for me to just go all in with the quad and to start off with those high commissions straight off the bat. So the next slide, this is the pathway to legacy wealth. So the other amazing thing that this business offers is legacy wealth is where you get to a point where you will be getting residual income every single month without even selling a machine. So this is the goal. I hope to be 6A in a year's time, less than a year. And then I will be building up to the legacy wealth. So we have friends within the business that are currently 6A2-3. So they are getting $5,000 US a month bonus for life without even having to sell anything. Also the $25,000 bonus that they get. And the really cool thing about this is if they pass away, which is sad, but that can go directly down to their children, which is really cool. So if I was to ever die, then my son actually still gets that $5,000 per month, which I absolutely love. Yeah, it's a really, really cool system and setup. So yeah, this gives you a little idea from 6A what you can then head into your business.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I feel like you simplified that so well. It can sort of, when you have a look at those graphics, it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but it's nice just to keep it nice and simple for people to understand. Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit about multi-level marketing versus us, so as affiliate marketing. So traditional multi-level marketing, monthly quotas or goals or targets, you might call it. You lose rank if you don't perform. You're generally earning somewhere between $20 and $150 per sale. This is where low ticket comes into play. There's generally membership fees and minimum monthly costs. As I said, low ticket. I haven't actually heard about any legacy income with my experience in multi-level marketing. Licensing fees and minimums with that, and recruiting, which is a horrible, horrible word. So on the other side, we've got what we're doing here. And this is, I actually like to call it generational affiliate marketing. So 0 quotas, you never lose rank. Because we're talking about high ticket, you're looking at sales anywhere from $340 to up to $6,500. And this is per sale, guys. Like, it's massive. So if you think high ticket versus low ticket, high ticket, you've got a hell of a lot more products generally that you have to keep on hand, which equals a lot more sales, a lot more people, and a lot more sort of pushy energetically and, pushy kind of sales. Whereas when we're looking at high ticket attraction marketing, less people, better quality products, and all of the things that we've just discussed in the previous slides. Limitless willable legacy income, which Gabs just went over. Imagine creating something that continues for your children. Like, if you're a mum or a parent I feel like this would resonate with anyone, just knowing that, you know, of course you hope that it's not going to happen anytime soon, but at some point we're all going out, and just to know that, you know, $5,000 plus a month for your children going forward, regardless of what age they are, whether they've got their own children, is just a really, really, really nice feeling. And it also feels very achievable with the way that this business plan is set out. That's about it for that section. So I'll get you to slide across. Okay, so a couple of really quick stats. Is this a saturated market? There's only 3 million machines sold worldwide so far. So if you put that in comparison to homes or people, it's not massive, but I feel as though it's big enough to have enough to sort of back it up. So Enagic is actually turning 50 next year, and it's only really just starting to gain big traction through the online space now. Traditionally, it was all done one-to-one, and the founder has got a 500-year vision for the business, which is amazing. So we're talking longevity. Enagic has produced $1 billion in sales in 2022, with 17% growth in 2020 alone. We all know what 2020 was like. It's a big year for a lot of people. But with the business, it's showed steady growth. If not, it's actually got better. So Enagic is also expanding with offices in new countries to keep up with global growth. And people are becoming hyper aware of taking care of their health and the poor quality of tap water that's available to us all across the world. So how we automate sales and systems. So you can actually make sales 24/7 with a system that does the heavy lifting for you. To truly automate a business, you need to have systems, processes, funnels, emails, marketing, and sales teams in place to support the back end of your business, especially when we're talking about high ticket items and investments. So without automation in an online income, you have no time leverage, aka freedom. Systems that work for you in the background are vital for a freedom business. Automation takes customers through a sales qualification process, and a sales team run calls on your behalf.
Woohoo!
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the biggest objections that we hear. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about vulnerability, because this was my biggest objection hurdle journey since joining Enagic and starting my own online business. My biggest fear was doing exactly what I'm doing right now, showing my face in front of the camera, being completely raw, open and vulnerable. And really, like, it's been such a short time. If anybody had have said to me 2-3 months ago that I would be doing lives and I would be doing webinars and I would be sharing so much about myself and my journey and my life and my family online the way that I am now, there's no way that I would have believed you. But the beauty is, and something that I've really had to, I guess, learn or unlearn, is that this is my business, and really I only have to share what I want to share, you know. And I'm actually in a position right now where I'm actually getting a lot of joy and fulfillment for showing up and keeping shit real. I tend to be quite a sensitive person, and I generally share my emotions, even though I find it hard. I tend to get a lot of joy from that, and just really being able to express who I am. And it was a massive restriction, and I think from my previous traditional business as a beauty therapist and a professional in the beauty industry, I really found that I wasn't able to show up as me, because I'd sort of put myself on a pedestal, you know, to act a certain way and to speak a certain way. And that's the beauty of this business, is I'm able to have real raw conversations, and I'm not afraid of judgment from others. And it's just a really beautiful way to express myself and my lifestyle online, and connect with people, because that's another beauty about this, is I love connecting with women, and I love sharing stories, and I love bringing people together. So yeah, it's been a journey, but it's been a beautiful experience and learning for me. So the fear is unraveling, but I would like to also, girls, I'm going to catch you off guard a little bit. Rather than reading through these objections, I would love to hear from you both about what your biggest objection personally was when you decided to join the business. I can see both your brains ticking away.
Yeah. I
So I'll give
totally,
Ebs a little bit of time, but I'm going to go straight into Gabs. What have you got to share with us?
I totally resonate with what you say as well, with the vulnerability online. If you had said to me, you know, a year ago that I would be going online doing the things I'm doing, it would be a hell no. But I think in the education platform, a huge part of this business is self-development, and the growth that comes with that is huge. So that's kind of first and foremost. So yeah, really cool. Thanks for sharing, Tam. The biggest one for me personally, I think, and something that I experienced as well, as, you know, when I told my partner about this business idea, I think a lot of people jump on the fact that, oh, you know, it could be a pyramid scheme, or, oh, MLM. And I think it's a very old way of thinking, because a lot of companies, you know, there was Arbonne and Avon and things like that, that really kind of put a bad taste in people's mouths about this way of doing business. But this really is a different way. And I think it is the way of the future that we should be operating. I think instead of the company having to pay for marketing, having to pay for a shop front, instead they are giving their distributors the commissions. So you're simply being the shop front for them from home. So I think it takes a little bit to explain that to your partners, but also you're more asking for their support in this decision instead of their permission. Because now that my partner's seeing the bank balance and the money going up, and the fact that he can potentially retire from his full-time job as a carpenter, he's now just like, oh my God, this business is amazing, like just run with it. So I think it takes a little bit to get your head around. But yeah, and once they do, they're really going to be loving it. So early retirement is coming soon. But that would probably be my biggest objection. But yeah, what about you, Abs?
Yeah, I can definitely relate to everything you both have said, and my objections, that list, I'm just looking going, yep. I had so many, you know, doubts and objections to begin with. And I love how you touched on this company not having a shop front, Gab, or not investing in marketing. So that's why our commissions are so high, because they're not paying for that marketing. They're not paying for the products to be in shop. So the only way you can buy this product is directly through someone you know working with the company. The pyramid schemes was also one for me, but I researched that hard, and they are illegal in a lot of countries. I know with Enagic, they have to abide by DSA, which is a direct sales association. So these have like strict laws to abide by. And if you reach out to any of us girls, we can actually give you that document, and it highlights pyramid schemes on that. I had to copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to explain it on a basic level for me, because a lot of those policies and procedures can be really quite heavy. I just want to touch on quickly too, because the main one I was going to talk about was sales. I felt really nervous about, was this pushing a product? Was this something I had to reach out to family and friends about? And even though I've sold products in my physical company working in the beauty industry, I was just really nervous about, I guess, because you do hear about pyramid schemes and MLMs and pushing these products. But through our training, this is the best part. I love how much support there is. You actually don't do the sales. So once it gets to that place, you actually pass it over to the professionals that have been in the company for years and really know what they're talking about. I mean, we all get the training and we all know what it's about, but you then pass it over to them. So this is what I really love, because it's kind of like that hands-off approach again with all the automations that are there. Yeah, that's what resonates with me. So a lot of objections for me at the start, and just researching into it and just knowing I trusted Gabs and talking to her in regards to, you know, we've had a friendship for such a long time. So
amazing. Thank you both for sharing. I think to add on to a little bit of what you're both saying, and I'm going to go into it now with how you actually make sales. I've found a lot of people are coming to me and they're like, but what do you do? Like, how do you actually sell the product? And it's a really interesting process to really, really understand what attraction marketing is, and the fact that I don't know anyone in this business who has actually asked someone to buy a product, whether that be family members, friends, or anyone that sort of comes to you in the online space. And that feels really good coming from someone who has a background in multi-level marketing, just that sort of really desperate energy to sell products to earn an income. Whereas this is all about just bringing people forward and attracting like-minded people into your life and into your space, and just sharing the beauty of what you've got to offer. So yeah, hopefully that sort of breaks things down a little bit for you all. But I'm going to move along to how you actually make sales. So it's basically personal branding, social media, and automation. So first of all, you are creating content, which is what all of us do on social media. So that could be through ads, Facebook or Instagram. Then basically you're invited to watch a free masterclass, which is exactly where you guys are today. From there, you've got the automated sales process. So we've discussed this already. You speak to the company direct, go through the whole sales process. And then you have a digital business specialist call. So this might be with one of us girls or with someone else within the business who can provide information for you, depending on where you're at and what your understanding is. And then you're investing into your future by purchasing your products. And that can all be discussed through the automated sales process and your specialist call as well. And from there, basically, you've got your product and you launch your business. And everything is available to you on the online platform. There's so much mentorship and support provided from a really, really wide community. Honestly, if there is anything that you're unsure about, it is all readily available, and it's awesome because you can actually do this in pockets of your own time. There's no like strict rules or schedules or step-by-steps or anything like that. And what I found personally is I've got access to this platform, and I just use pockets of my time, whether it be in the evening when my daughter's asleep or during the day when I've got time available, or something that I'm sort of working through, whether it be with my business or personal development. I've always got this platform available to me, and yeah, it's just a really beautiful guide and support system that we've all got. So we'll move along. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, this is getting into the exciting stuff, just following on from what Tem said. So this is your digital playground. So you can see there, you can actually access this on your phone, which I love. So a lot of the trainings you can actually do, well, you know, if I'm outside walking or driving in the car and it's just me, I can put this on and listen to it at any time. So this is an academy that brings the freedom to your business all in one place. So we teach you how to leverage your business on social media. So this is all taught to you. We support you to partner with a high profit offer with no need to worry about the offer or needing to create your own. We provide all the automated tools and systems and mentorship in one place so that you can take action right away. We have a Monday night huddle, which allows us girls to listen into other people's journeys and stories, and they talk to you about, you know, where they came from and then how they've created success. So there's always that constant support. We're always chatting to each other throughout the day, which was another big thing for me. So inside the academy, you'll see you'll launch your business, and we've actually got a special on at the moment. So the first month is $49 US, so it's half price. So you reach out to the person who's invited you here today. You register to get access to our academy. You book this digital business specialist call, which Tem talked about. And I love this because it really helps you kind of get into your vision, what you're wanting to create. They ask you all these important questions. So you complete the discovery process to get clear on your goals. You invest in the fast track strategy and products, and then you launch your business. And this is all supported and helped through the online platform as well. So you will have access to the discovery process, choosing the high profit offer, understand the numbers, a look at legacy wealth, long-term vision, education and training with high-level masterclasses, the money mindset and launch your business courses. They were invaluable to me and I had so many shifts from those. Access to exclusive masterminds each year and our one-of-a-kind global community, which is huge, as we all know.
Mhm.
So the next one, this is talking about our global community, and we decided just to add a couple of girls. You'll notice one of the mamas in there, that's Gab. She's actually one person I'm going to talk about, but I wanted to add the other girls because we all know them personally. So Cha is a young mama who's living in Bali, and she's just bought her land and she's about to build her retreat on there. So she's been in the business for a while now, but she's having a consistent 20K months, which is just insane. That's just amazing. And so Gabs as well, she's a single mum living in Bali. She's had 6 figures in her first year. So there is that option, you know, some people can do this in pockets of their own time when they're working full time, or people can just dive straight in. So she just recently had a 50K month. And then we go on to the lovely Gab, who is a WA mama. She managed to bring about 3K in her first month and she makes 4 figures of sales. So her dream is to retire her partner, which is a pretty cool dream. And we've had someone in our community recently that has done that.
Mhm.
Okay, so our invitation to you to join our vision for massive momentum. So first of all, partner with our chosen affiliate offer with either a trifecta or a quad to fast track strategy before October 24th, and you'll receive an exclusive invitation to our live mentorship retreat. So this is some really exciting stuff coming up to support you with the next level in your leadership and self and business expansion. So learn from those that have gone before you. This was massive for me. So much community and talk from ones that have gone before us and have that experience. A lot of the trainings are all from these people. So with us, you will never do business alone, and events always change lives. Only 10 spaces available for you to for fast action takers. So this is pretty exciting. Only 10 spots available. I'll hand over to you, Gabs.
Thanks, Abs. Yeah, super excited for anyone that wants to jump on board and thinks it's for them. They get the retreat. So we're super excited to be getting that cranking. And again, we've got one in Victoria and one in WA. So we've kind of got Australia covered for you, depending on where you are. But our final thoughts are your entire life can change based on what comes next. I truly believe in this. For me personally, it has changed my life. I didn't realize how much it would, but even without the money, to be honest, just the growth and the self-development is huge, all from this business. The money is a bonus. Every once in a while, something comes along that has the power to completely change the trajectory of your life forever. How things play out for you is completely dependent on your next moves. Don't take these words lightly. Your entire life can change based on the decisions you make from here. What's keeping you so loyal to a life that's keeping you so stuck? I think, there's a lot of self-limiting beliefs that can pop up. A lot of people think, you know, I thought, oh, there's no way I could do this, or it wasn't for me. But honestly, once you take that leap, I can tell you it truly is worth it. The growth that comes from it is huge. And I'm sure you girls can vouch for this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I also just thought just now, like with regards to that, if you're watching this video and you've made it this far along, which I know I did in the webinar that I watched, is, you know, just to know that us girls are actually only one step ahead of you. Like we had to take that jump as well. And it was really scary, but we're only one step ahead of you. And once you do make that commitment, I feel like for me, it was like a whole world was opened up. I didn't know how many people were doing it and how much support there was from the get-go. Not just on the online training, but also, you know, talking to the mentors, like everything from there, and being in touch with you girls and forming these relationships, I think was, really incredible for me.
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful.
So thanks so much for listening in, guys. Please reach out to whoever invited you into this webinar. And yeah, we really hope to see you on the inside. It's very exciting. Thanks so much for
Big
watching.
love.
Hey.
Thank you.